Whoa, those are bright. And to go with those bright shoes, the Lululemon socks that I bashed on my channel because they're not great for me, anything over about 45 minutes, but I'm gonna go for an easy run in the brand new Saucony or Saucony Axon shoes. Let's take them for a rip here. Oh, those are sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, the 80s called and they're looking for their shoes. With the socks. I might be pulled over for just a little bit too bright. We'll see how they are. So what I'm going to do today, everyone, I just pulled the Axon out of the box as you saw. This is going to be unedited, how I feel about the Axon shoes. I'm only going to go about half an hour, roughly half an hour, something like that. And I'm going to stop every once in a while just to let you know how I feel with them. I'm not really much into road running shoes. This is only the second pair that I've reviewed on my channel. Mostly stick to the trails now, but I had over 30 years of experience running on the roads, triathlons, working in running stores. So I've learned a few things about running shoe. I'll put the specs on the screen, over at the side, up top, wherever they are. I'm not going to go through the specs. It's not important. It's how they feel and how they fit. Everything else is irrelevant. Let's go for a run. Eugene? My trusty sidekick. A couple of days ago, everyone, it was 21 degrees Celsius here in Calgary, and today it's -1 with the wind chill bringing it down to about -8, so just ridiculous. It's April, it's the spring, it's Calgary. You never know what you're gonna get. There is no turning back. Being recycled, and I'm not bringing them back. All right, my initial thoughts before I even take a running step. Number one, they fit like a lot of Saucony shoes. And this is my third pair of Saucony shoes out of my last 4, which is quite unusual. I haven't had Sauconys on my feet in well over 20 years, probably since the mid-1990s, actually closer to 30 years. They're quite stiff compared to my last pair of road running shoes, the Saucony Endorphin Speed shoes. You can feel the rocker underfoot. They have the Power Run cushioning. Let's see how they are running. Hey, just quickly, how do they feel so far? Well, they are quite a bit firmer than the Endorphin Speed, which is to be expected. They're not the same type of shoe. They are quite stiff torsionally, which means rotation-wise, but they're not too stiff. And they're surprisingly very comfortable. $90 is what I paid for these Canadian dollars. Got them on sale, $90. Unbelievable. Anytime you can get a pair of running shoes for $90, jump on them as long as they fit your foot. Oh, that wind is not very nice today. We were spoiled for one day. Just had to tuck myself away out of the wind, give you a few more thoughts on these shoes. Normally, they retail for $130 in Canada. I think they're $100 in the US, but we got these for $90 Canadian. It was on sale this weekend, and both my wife and myself got a pair. I'm not sponsored by anyone for this video. I'm just giving my thoughts on them. I threw the box away, as you saw. I'm committed to them. Whether I use them for running or just walking the dog, doesn't matter. $90, still pretty darn inexpensive per pair of shoes. Many years ago, I worked in running shoe stores here in Calgary, part-time job, 2 different running shoe stores. And what I would tell people is that the number one most important thing is, do they fit your foot? And for these shoes, for my feet, I lucked out. They happened to fit because I was committed to it. Again, I threw the box out, committed to keeping them. They're not going back. I lucked out with these shoes because they fit my foot very well. How will I use these shoes? Well, they will be a daily trainer shoe for sure. Go longer distances. Not going to do any tempo or faster running or racing for that matter in these shoes. They're not meant for it. They're meant to be a stable daily trainer. Yes, they are stiff. I know I have to break them in a little bit more. But really, Saucony, 3 pairs of running shoes for this guy in the last year, and I've been happy with all 3. I don't know. Maybe you're on a good run. Maybe Saucony, I love what you're doing. Out of Massachusetts, I believe, still. Midsole technology, and I know a lot of shoes have great midsoles now, but the Power Run technology, I find it very comfortable underfoot. Where was this stuff 25 years ago when I was sort of, I guess, quote, quote, in my prime racing, speed, all that kind of stuff? So far, they're good. Oh, it's good to get out with my buddy. If you've watched any of my latest videos, we got a new pup in the house. His name's Atlas. He's only 4 months now, so we haven't gotten him out for runs yet. Got him out for a couple of good long walks and hikes, but I think in about 6 months we'll start running him. But in the meantime, I'm sticking with my buddy here. So here's my overall thoughts on the Axon. Doesn't matter what I paid for them, but paying $90 is really good. I'm the type of runner that I can run in just about any type of shoe as long as they fit my foot. These are more of a stability shoe from what I can feel. I don't know if Saucony designed them that way, but they feel like more of a stability shoe. Keeps your foot locked in place a little bit more compared to some of the other shoes that I've run in. And that's okay for me. My biomechanics are pretty fortunate, even after running for almost 40 years. Knock on wood, that I haven't had anything that has really put me out injury-wise. But that's me. Overall, yeah, I'm very happy with these shoes. Well done, Saucony. You nailed another one. Next on my list of shoes to try is the Peregrine 12. Maybe leave a comment below if you have the Peregrine 12, because I believe that they are quite popular. I had the 11s. Some people didn't like them. I found them to be very good for me. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm not always 100% positive on a pair of shoes. The Speedgoat 5 as an example, many things about them were very good, and there were a couple of really, really, really not so good things for my foot. Nike Wild Horse, another example of a running shoe that just missed the mark, but only for the outsole. Those are my thoughts, everyone. Thanks for following along. Again, one of these unusual running shoe reviews. I'm not going to sit at home and go over the specs and all that kind of stuff. I've done that in the past, but I think you're just hearing it straight from the horse's mouth right now with these shoes. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have yourself a great day, and get outside.